Our senior international correspondent George Thomas is following the story. He joins us now with more. So, George, Turkey's president promised new details, new revelations on the murder, but came far short of details or evidence. Am I correct there?
Yeah, big time. I mean, he was, for days, he's been talking about presenting a quote-unquote naked truth on Khashoggi's case, but clearly this morning did not deliver whatsoever. However, I think the most important part of his speech, probably lasting about 30 minutes or so, was when he said, quote, "I do not doubt the sincerity of King Salman. That being said, independent investigation needs to be carried out. This is a political killing." Why is that important, Ephraim? He made no mention of Saudi Arabia's crown prince, Mohammed bin Salman, did not talk about his innocence, but clearly gave honor and respect to the king, to the head of the royal family, King Salman, and in essence said he was not involved. But clearly the onus continues to be on the crown prince and, if at all, any role that he had in the murder of this journalist.
Now, since this murder, the Turks have been sort of drip-feeding information in the case to attract global attention and pressure on Saudi Arabia. It seems like Erdogan's taking political advantage of this murder.
Oh, big time, Ephraim. I mean, he really is. He has seized this opportunity, a gruesome killing, and he is taking advantage of it. And he has done so since October 2nd. He has not said anything directly, personally. Today was the first time he has publicly talked about the case. For the last 3 weeks, he essence the pro-Turkish government media agencies, from newspapers to television, have been, as you said, drip-feeding all of the details of the case. This is the first time he has said anything about it. But clearly what he's trying to do is that he's trying to put enormous political pressure on Saudi Arabia because of their continued role in the region. And we'll talk about this here in a second. But clearly he has taken full advantage of this from a political standpoint, not just domestically, but also in the broader Middle East region.
Let's talk more about that. What's Ankara's relationship with Riyadh?
Well, it has been, initially, in the early days, it was a friendly relationship back from the 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. But things really started to sour during the so-called Arab Spring, when we saw tens of thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people around the Middle East, from Egypt to Yemen to Tunisia. They were calling for change and so forth. And, there was this division between Saudi Arabia and Turkey as to what should be the driving factor in these changes. And the split sort of happened there and has not recovered since.
All right, George Thomas following this story for us today. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome, sir.